Lads, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and in this video we're going to be talking about the Blade's biggest transfer rumour this summer, and it's Matty Cash of Nottingham Forest. So for those of you who don't know who Matty Cash is, he's a 22-year-old right back or right wing back that's played the majority of his career at Nottingham Forest. So I know a load of you will laugh at me for saying the majority of his career as he's only 22, but he has already played over 130 games for Forest. In the 16-17 season he played 28 games, the season after he played 23, the season before last he played 36, and last season, the season just gone, he played 42 games and the only reason why he missed a few games was through injury. He's also bagged 12 goals for Forest, with 9 of them coming from the last 2 seasons. So he's obviously very comfortable at taking the ball forward and getting into some good positions. He also contributed with 5 assists and got himself into EA's team of the season so far. But not just that, when I went digging, I went on the Sky Sports website, and out of 5 of the pundits, 4 of them all put him in their championship team of the season. Now before I talk about where I feel that Matty Cash could fit into Chris Wilder's plans, I've got to admit, I've not seen Matty Cash too much, but I know someone who has. It's Mr. Door, and he's a Nottingham Forest YouTuber. So here he is to give you a brief overview of Matty Cash.
What's going on, people? It's Mr. Door on tour. I'm on Nick's channel to give my verdict on Matty Cash possible move to Sheffield United. Positives about Matty Cash, that he can play in so many positions. He can play right back, as he proved so many Forest fans wrong last season. He can play right wing. He even can play centre mids. So that is a positive for Matty Cash. The only negative for Matty Cash, personally, if he did play as a right winger, attacking right winger, he needs to score more goals. I think that's the only downfall. Not like last season, because he played right back, scoring more goals as a right winger. He does give loads of assists, but he needs to score more goals. Before I go, if Matty Cash does join Sheffield United, I think the formation that Chris Wilder plays, Matty Cash will suit it. They'll play the 3-5-2, so him playing right wing back will suit Matty Cash down to earth. He likes running up and down, and like I said, he loves doing assists. So hopefully Matty Cash does join Sheffield United. 4 players at Sheffield United like Ben Osborne, Robinson, David McGoldrick. So Matty Cash will settle in there quite quick. So like I said, Matty Cash will be a fantastic signing for Sheffield United. Thank you for having me on, Nick, and make sure you subscribe to Door on Tour, Nottingham Forest vlogger. Thank you for having me on.
So thanks for that, Mr. Door. His link will be in the description if you want to go and check him out. But back to what I know about Matty Cash. He was born in Slough, and football definitely runs in the family because his dad Stuart played professional football and his brothers also played semi-pro. I believe Matty started his career as a winger, but as he's got a little bit older, he's transitioned into a right back or a right wing back, which, as Mr. Door said, it suits us down to the ground. But this transfer's confusing me a little bit. There's just so many rumours going round about it that it almost feels like a done deal. And the reason why it confuses me, because I'm thinking, why would Chris Wilder want to spend between 10 and 15 million on another right wing back when George Baldock has probably been one of the best players and most consistent players this season? Now, a lot of fans on social media are alluding to the fact that he may be deployed in different areas, which we all know he can play right back, right wing back, right wing, and also on that right side of centre midfield. Kinda seems like a bit of a right-footed Ben Osborne. But as a manager, are you really going to spend 10-15 million pound on a player who's just had the season of his life at right wing back and then move him into midfield? Which again begs the question, why would Chris Wilder spend so much money on a right wing back when we've already got a very, very good right wing back? And if you ask me, I don't think that George can play many other positions. He doesn't use his left foot a lot, so I wouldn't think that they'd move him across to left wing back. Right centre back, I'm not too sure about, because last season when Basham was out, he played Craney there rather than bringing Baldock into right centre back and bringing Kieran Freeman on at right wing back. Maybe that says more about Kieran Freeman than George Baldock, but I just don't think he's strong enough to be playing right centre back. And in my opinion, I've never seen George Baldock play right centre mid, and I just can't see it. I can understand why Chris Wilder would go for kind of a cover for George Baldock, maybe paying a few million for an ageing right back who's played quite a bit of Premier League football in the past. Kind of like a Zabaleta sort of player. And really for me, I'd rather spend the majority of that 15 million on someone at the top end of the pitch, because that's where we've been struggling this season. And I know strikers cost a lot of money. I'm not just talking about strikers. Maybe an attacking midfielder, because it looks like Luke Freeman could be going in kind of a swap and money deal for Matty Cash. And if we're trying to evolve our play a little bit more and be a bit more creative, we're going to have to put our hand in his pockets to find some creative players. Because we're really struggling with someone at the top end of the pitch creating chances. Obviously with letting Duffy go and bringing in Freeman and Ravel Morrison, Wilder tried to kind of plug that gap with a couple of nice creative players. I don't think Wilder's released Ravel Morrison yet, but he will be out the door soon. If Luke Freeman's going to be going soon, we've not got a lot of creative midfielders there. Anyway, who am I to argue with Chris Wilder, the greatest Sheffield United manager of all time? If he wants to spend 15 million on another right wing back in Matty Cash, be my guest. And at the end of the day, he looks like a player that's going to be playing Premier League football for a very, very long time, whether it be at Bramall Lane or at a different club. And the last few things I'm going to say about Matty Cash is he's such a Chris Wilder player. He's fit. He gets up and down, he flies into tackles, and absolutely dies for the cause. And I think that's one of the main reasons why we've been linked with him. Oh yeah, and obviously because he's British, because that's Chris Wilder's type, isn't it, really? So thank you very much for watching. Let me know down in the comments whether we should sign him, what would happen to Baldock if we did sign him, what would happen to Matty Cash if we did sign him. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and stay good, Nick.
Look at that ping from Norwood. Makes other teams look no good. Yeah. We've got a team full of leaders. Alan Hill, Chris Wilder taught us. Right. Yeah, there was us on the tour bus. Yeah. Look how many goals Billy scored us. It's beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. We are the boys from Shore.